cares. So I play solo, just me and my teddy bears. I don't wanna play solo no more. Wouldn't it be good to not play solo? Hey guys, you caught me. I'm mixing a song about board gaming, which will be coming pretty much soon. I just want to take this opportunity before I go to my game review to talk to you about why I do what I do. Now, I do what I do because I want to, because I can, and because I want to spread the word about board gaming. Board gaming is a fun social activity. I have lots of fond memories of being dragged around the friends of my parents' houses for long drinking and eating and talking, and then finishing finally with a board game like Trivial Pursuit or Cluedo. And they were good memories. And I was hoping that when I grew older, this would happen to me. And there was a stage when it didn't. But now I do that when people come round. I don't just feed them and give them drink, and I don't just talk to them. We play board games. I introduce them to a level that they are more comfortable with, because there are some people that adapt like that, like a fish to water with a complex game like Arkham Horror, and there are people that just like play a light, simple game like Timeline. Now, I don't do all these videos for money. I don't get paid. I don't have enough time in my working life to do all that. I don't do this to promote certain companies. I just point out what is a good game, what is a bad game, what the faults in this game, how could this game be made better, so hopefully someone will see it. I don't do this to get free games either, because obviously I'm going to go out and buy the games that I want to buy, and obviously my shelving unit is not big enough for thousands of games to arrive every year. So there you go. That's what I do and why I do it. I want to spread the word about the board gaming community and about board gaming in general. So there you go. Anyway, I've dawdled enough. Enjoy my review of the game that I'm about to review, and also my first impressions of board games which are set in space, which is after that review. And so until then, enjoy playing this game. Well, this game called Wobally. Now, didn't have time to make any jelly to do like a funny intro, so and again, you can't buy jelly in France. They don't like jelly, the French. But yeah, so I'm going to do a quick review on this child's game called Wobally. Just a foreshadow beforehand. This game is no longer in print, so you may have trouble finding this. So let's have a closer look at the components, like this. So what do you get in the box? You get this tower, this lovely tower, and it comes with all these balls. There's 14 balls on each layer. This base, it turns, and it's got a ball on the top there, which tells you if the surface is flat, and as you turn it, the base is not equal as well, so you can rebalance unbalanced tables, which is very useful. Inside, if I turn this upside down, this is where you store your sticks, your spare balls, and your dice, and they all fit in there nicely. And the game comes with this plastic border, that's the word, and that stops the balls going all over the place. So that's what you get in the box. So how do you play the game? Wow, this game is pretty much like Jenga. You're basically knocking balls out and trying not to knock over the tower. Now, in the rules, there are 3 versions of how to play the game. The first is each player grabs a baton and they take turns to knock a ball out. And whoever knocks the tower over is eliminated from the game. You reset the tower and then you continue playing till there's one person left. Okay? Version 1. Version 2. Version 2, each player takes a baton, rolls the dice to decide the order of what they play. And then they roll the coloured dice, and that's the coloured ball that they got to knock out. You knock that ball out, you're okay. You knock the tower over, you're out of the game. You reset the tower, game continues with the players that are left until there's one person left. Version 3 of the game is each player takes a baton, rolls the dice to decide the order. You roll the number dice and the coloured dice. That tells you what colour ball and what level. So the bottom level is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there's a 7th level which is vacant. Okay, you knock your ball out. If the ball that colour is not there, you can pass, and that's it. Tower gets knocked over, player out, last player left, winner. Doesn't sound good, does it? No. So I made my own version. Basically, I do a scoring, and I use the 2 dice. So I use the 3rd version. So basically, each player rolls 2 dice, decides which colour and which level the ball has got to be knocked out, and then if you knock out your ball, you get 10 points. Okay. If you knock out a different colour ball, or some balls fall off, you count how many balls. You lose 2 points for each ball that is not the ball that you were supposed to knock out. Then game just continues. Obviously, if you knock the tower over, you lose 2 points for each ball that you've knocked over. Sometimes the tower doesn't completely fall. Sometimes the tower partially falls. So you can either stop the game and count your points there, or you can continue. Again, I vary that. Again, the other thing I do is if you're told to remove green from level 4 and there's no greens on level 4, you can either pass, so you push your luck a bit by not scoring any points, but if the tower is really wobbly, you've got a good chance of someone else knocking it over instead of you. Or you can knock out a green from any other level. And as I said, if you lose other balls, you lose more points. It's a lot more fun that way, but that's how you play. Now let's have a look at my opinions, and I'm going to get someone else to give me some opinions as well. So, Pumbaa, what do you think?
Well, I think that it's a load of balls.
Pumbaa, with you, everything is balls.
So let's ask an expert child about this child's game. This is my daughter of 7. Hey, Charlotte.
Hey, Daddy.
Hey. Okay, so what do you think of Wobally?
Wobally is a game, funny and easy.
It's easy, is it?
A
Easy
bit,
to learn, yeah?
A bit.
Yeah, the rules are easy, yeah. Yeah, but playing the game is
A bit hard.
yeah. Why is it hard?
Because we need to be careful for not the balls go on the floor.
Yeah, you have to be very, very careful. So it's a game of skill and dexterity.
And not move the table.
Yeah, not move the table because that's cheating, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, moving the table is cheating. So, anything else?
Yeah. It's just it's easy, the top and the down.
And the bottom?
Yeah.
Yeah, the bottom. Yeah, the easiest levels she finds are the top levels and the bottom levels because nothing falls over. The middle level, she's always knocking things over, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's an expert opinion. My opinion, which doesn't count for much. Okay, Wobally is a board game that everybody who doesn't own Jenga should have in their collection. Well done, Wobally camera. Thank you. I like it. I haven't played Jenga. Jenga doesn't interest me. It looks like too much work and strategy and math. Whereas this is a lot more random and fun because it's balls. And balls don't normally stack. It's great components. It's a simple idea. As I said, I've explained my version of the game and I prefer that. It's a lot more fun. It's a lot more competitive. It's a lot more interesting. Am I not interesting? Am I boring? Am I boring you? No, okay. If you can find it and you desperately want it, go and find it. You might find it in some kind of backyard sale somewhere. But I like it. I'm very content with it. And I've given it a score somewhere on the screen. So, yeah, it's just simple fun. Plays quick. You can play it in about 10 minutes, or you can make it longer, stretch it out. It's a great party game. It's not just for families, and it's not just for children. It's a great drinking game you can play with your friends. You know, imagine when you've had a few drinks. Yeah. You know, fun. It's a game that's always going to stay with me until I lose all the balls. And it's great. It comes with spare balls as well. Never work with children.
Ah.
Welcome to First Impressions. These are games that I've played once, they're games that I don't own, they're games that someone else brought to a game night and I actually played, and I just thought I'd share my first impressions of them. First game I want to talk about is a game called Asteroids, which is a spaceship program movement game against the clock. Basically all the players are racing to pass 4 checkpoints in a grid. It's a hexagon, it's not square, it's the other one with 6 sides. It's one of those, it's a grid like that, okay? And you have all these asteroids, and plus the checkpoints, which all move, and they move depending on the dice roll. There's 3 dice, there's white, red and blue. The asteroids and the checkpoints all have the 3 different colours distributed amongst them. So what will happen is on a turn, the 3 dice get rolled. The number will indicate which direction the asteroids will move, because obviously it's being a 6-sided space and a 6-sided shape asteroid, it'll move either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. These asteroids move a variety of speeds. One of them will move actually 2 spaces while the rest move 1, and then there's another colour asteroid which will push other asteroids and other pieces. So you've just got to steer your ship all around these asteroids. But the thing is, as soon as the dice are rolled, you've got 40 seconds to program your movements of your ship. And you've got columns, and you go, okay, I'm going to move forward 1, and then I'm going to turn left 1, and then I'm going to move forward again, and forward again. And then before you know it, the time's up. But you're working out where the asteroids are moving to by looking at the numbers of the dice, which direction they're going to go, who's going to hit what, what's going to move where, and you're trying to get to these checkpoints. Does this sound chaotic at all? Because it is. It is a chaotic game. But I kind of enjoyed it. I kind of like logic games where you have to like look at all the clues and go, okay, right, that's going to move there, and that's going to move there, so I'm going to have to move around that. And that was fun. But against the sand timer or the digital clock, which was included in the game, whoa, it's hard. But it's funny. You watch people crash into ships and you laugh when they do, okay, move forward 1, and I crashed into the asteroid, take 1 damage. And then you laugh, and then you do the same thing. Really enjoyed the game. It played relatively quick. It was a bit slow to start, but once it got rolling and people got the idea of how it was going to work and actually logically thinking their ship is at that angle, okay, so forward would be that way, not that way. So, not a bad game. Go and check it out if I were you. The second game I want to talk to you about is a big space game, a big epic game, much like Babylon 5 the series was. Babylon 5 was a big show about different types of races all meeting together trying to get peace, but they all had their secret agendas on what they wanted to do. And the game is pretty much the same. Each player takes a race. you have special powers with that race. You may have technologies which other races don't have. You have a certain amount of fleet. You have lots of different vessels like fighters and carriers and big Death Star-y kind of things. And each player has a different amount of those on their home planet. And then you basically go forth. There's some really lovely, interesting mechanics. Like each round, each player will take a card, which will be a power. They'll either be a diplomat, which will give them a special power which they can use, which may also give the other players a power that they can use on their go, or the merchant, or they might be they may take a warrior kind of card, which will give them an extra attack or whatever, or remove something. The game sounds complex. It looks complex, but after you play a couple of rounds, it is incredibly intuitive. You could go down the route of technology, you could go down the route of just growing a big fleet and then attacking everyone that you see. You could go down the route of negotiating. That's the good thing about the game. You can just talk to people. Okay, let's talk about what happened when I played. I was convinced to play this game at midnight. And I was umming and ahhing because I knew that I'd probably be tired, and I know that the game is a very long game. But I played it. We played 8 players. 8 players. So it did take a while to go from round to round. But the first round was extremely long because there were people who needed to explain how the game played. But after a while, the game became, as I said, intuitive. You knew how to do things. And so you just got on and did what you wanted to do. I was playing a race which I thought was peaceful, kind of lovemaking, and then I got my objective card which said, okay, I need to control 2 other sectors next to other players' colonies. And I thought, oh dear, I've got to attack everyone. So I did the bluffing thing. I spoke to the player on my left and my right, and I negotiated with them and I said, oh, you know, you can have that system, that system, that system. I just want this system here. And you can have that system, that system. I just want that system there. Okay, that's all, right? And I did that, and then I found a wormhole. I jumped to the other side of the board. I attacked a player over the other side of the board, which got lots of laughter and giggles, and it was excitement in the game because I was the first person to attack. And then the other guys next to me, the left player left and right of me, they managed to disperse, and so I decided to attack. And before I knew it, the game was over, and I had lost. Due to the fact that I had 0 points and everyone else had 2, 3 and 4 and 5 points. Yeah, it's a points game, so you have your objective which will give you 2 points, and then through the course of the game there's these other objectives which come out and they will gain you points. And oh, can you tell I like the game? Yeah, I wanted to play it immediately again at 5 o'clock in the morning. I was like, I want to play that again. It was fun. It was fun. Complicated, but fun. But I'm going to have to play this first, I think, before just compare it. Compare it. See what it compares like, you know. But, yeah, so there you have it. 2 games that I played. I enjoyed them both. Sci-fi spaceship stuff is kind of my bag, baby. Working out that one. As is hitting things over the head with +2 swords. But anyway, well, that's all I've got time for. Hopefully there'll be another video coming soon. I've got lots of games. There's loads of games over there looking at me saying, review me! And some of them I want to because I've got some funny ideas for you guys. Okay, but until then, thanks for watching. If you've got any comments about my video, if you think they're rubbish, let me know why they're rubbish and I will try and make it not rubbish. If you think that it's boring and I'm boring and I and ah lots, because I do and ah lots, let me know. If you think I should do my videos in French, peut-être je vais essayer, je fais une petite version français, parce que peut-être il y a beaucoup de Français qui aiment vidéos comme ça. Pas mal, hein? Anyway, until next time, for now.